and welcome to the Pekin First podcast. My name is Josh, and I get the absolute pleasure of serving as the online ministries director right here at Pekin First. And I have a very, very special guest with me today, and it is our new youth director. It is Sandy Delgado. Correct?
Yes.
All right. And she's going to join us today, and she's going to tell us all about herself. She is brand new here at Pekin First, literally brand new here at Pekin First, and we're going to let you meet Sandy and have her tell us all about the new youth program that's gonna start to fire up this weekend. And we're gonna figure it out and learn all about the youth program. So, Sandy, the way we start each of these broadcasts is with this week's personal best. This is something good that happens in your personal life this week. And Sandy, just so you know, where this came from is I attend a meeting once a week for what I call my day job. And we do once a week. And the way we start our meetings is a personal best and a business best. And it just sets the whole tone for the meeting. So instead of starting off with bad news in a company or whatever it may be, it just sets the tone in a positive way. So that's kind of where that came from. So I will go first. In this week's personal best for me, of course, everybody who knows me knows my personal best this week will be the Marigold Festival. We had a fantastic Marigold Festival. Saturday was by far, in my opinion, and I guess I kind of know because I run the parking and the traffic and all the things that happen in the park that are just park layout and setup is what it is. So I kind of know year to year what parking looks like. And this year we had more cars that parked in the park than ever before. So, which tells me that there was more people in the park than ever before. So just a great weekend. Every event went off without a hitch, no major problems. And that is a good festival for me because that's what I do for the festival is I'm lay out safety and security and just making sure that everything kind of goes off like it's supposed to. So that is this week's personal best for me. I could go into detail on all kinds of best things that happen inside that festival, but just the entire festival, the weekend was beautiful. And it was a good time. So Sandy?
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to be cheesy. And this job is actually my personal best for this week. Just getting a chance to get to know you guys, to get to know the staff at the staff meeting was really great. And I felt the love since I've been here. And I sang with the choir on Saturday. And Sunday I went to the Marigold Festival. Yeah. So that was the first time I have ever gone. And that was pretty awesome as well. So those were my two best for the week.
Awesome. Yeah, just we love to love on people, and we're so glad that you are here. We've been praying for quite a while for a youth director ever since Megan left. Megan left to go pursue other opportunities up in Chicago, and we've been praying just for the right person, and I feel that we have that person here now. So we're going to learn a little bit more about you. So this is episode 42, and it's called Unite Youth. Pretty straightforward. So, Sandy, let's learn a little bit about you. So, let's learn a little bit about where you were born and raised, and we'll go from there.
All right. So, I was born and raised in Galesburg. My dad, I was raised by a single dad, and he has 19 brothers and sisters. So, wow. Yeah, we're a pretty huge family. So, there's 20 of them all together. And so I didn't get to grow up around all of them, but I wish I would have because I have like 50 some first cousins.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Wow. Yeah. So I graduated from Galesburg High School, lived there my whole life up until I went to college.
So having 19, so your dad has 19 brothers and sisters. What is a holiday like?
Oh my gosh, we have to rent out a hall.
I bet.
Like for Thanksgiving, we rent out a church hall for the whole family to come together, and we have to and we're Hispanic, so we don't really do just turkey. We do like tamales and empanadas and all of the Mexican stuff. So it's really great. But we have a lot of good cooks in the family too, which is great.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So graduated from Galesburg High School. And then how did you end up here in, if I'm not mistaken, you live in Bartonville.
I do.
So how did you end up in Bartonville?
So I was going to school up in Chicago. I was going to seminary, working on my master's in divinity, and then my parents adopted my nieces and nephew. So I have two nieces and a nephew, and they live with my parents, and so I help raise them. And so I ended up moving back, but I was working for Panera Bread at the time, and the closest Panera was Peoria.
Gotcha.
And the cheapest apartment I found was in Bartonville.
Absolutely.
So that's how I ended up back down here.
Gotcha. So are you still at Panera?
I am.
All right. How long have you been at Panera?
15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wow. I've also been at my job 15 years this year. So, wow. And you love the bread making and all the things?
Sometimes.
Right.
I am a manager, so I do all the babysitting, and I do love my job. I teach for the company, so I teach like their different training programs, and I travel as well and do new store openings. So my last one was Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I had to go out there. They pay for everything, and I just go open the store and train the people.
Nice. All right. Okay. So what brought you to want to be a youth director?
So I actually, at my last church in Galesburg, I was the discipleship clerical assistant for a while. I actually organized all of their youth programming, and I just love kids. My specialty is junior high girls, which most people think I'm insane for, and I probably am. But kids, they have this innocence about them, and I love to hear their point of view on life and what they're thinking and how they're seeing it through their lens. And so I've always been drawn to kids, not like in a creepy way, but like I've always loved kids, to just talk to them and relate to them. And I seem to attract them. I even get like kids at Panera who will come up and just start talking to me because I talk to them. I have a little girl who on Saturdays, she has to come see me. She has to give me a hug, and she will not leave until she does. Just because I talked to her about her stuffies once, and now we're besties. And so I relate to kids very well because I'm a big kid at heart.
Right. Aren't we all though? Right. And especially guys, right? We're always the kids that never want to grow up. And my wife tells me that all the time. You're weird. You just don't grow up.
My dad didn't grow up either. He's still a big kid.
Right. Yep. We all are for sure. And I know firsthand about junior high girls. I have 5 girls. Me and my wife have a blended family. I have a 26-year-old, a 24-year-old, a 19, 18, and a 12-year-old.
Holy cow.
So yeah, it's big span.
Yeah.
And now a new grandson and one on the way. So it's, I know all about the teenage girl drama. I don't know about the teenage boy. From personal experience, I know about the teenage boy drama, but I don't look right from looking at it like a parent. I don't know that.
Right.
So, and it's all about, isn't it? It's all about how you communicate with kids. I'm not a good communicator. Even though here I am doing a podcast, right? With junior high schoolers, I am not a good communicator. And I see that in my own kids because they'll take something that I've said wrong and it'll upset them. Like, no. That's not the way I meant it. That's the way it came out, but that is not the way I meant it. So it's all in the way you communicate with them. And when you talk to a junior high or a high school, like they're an adult, they will then respond like, and I say an adult, but like a mature person who can feel that they can confide in you.
Right. My oldest niece, she is 16, about to be 17, and I talk to her like she is one of my friends, and she loves it. She is very mature for her age. She hates drama, which is really unlike a girl.
Right.
And she loves it, and we have a really good relationship, and she confides in me in just about everything, and she'll talk to me about her friends, and I have no idea who these people are sometimes. But I love it because she trusts me, and that's what I want to gain with these kids is to gain their trust so that they look at me like a friend and that somebody that they can confide in.
Right. And so, background to me and my wife. My wife is a more let go parent, if you will, and I am more of the helicopter parent, right? I was
Okay.
always a little bit of the helicopter parent, and she'll say I was much more than just a little bit. But and when we got married, when we got married, life changed for me because her kids just kind of did their thing, right? And as long as there was trust between them, they would tell her anything, and even bad things, right? Even, well, I did this. And usually, like for me, my mom doesn't know the ugly part of my teenage years until I was like 40.
Right.
Right. And here they are, it's, 6 months later, and well, I did this, but at least they were open and honest with her. And that's one thing I noticed is not being a helicopter parent, my kids didn't communicate with me like that. So having somebody on the outside, because they still to this day communicate better with her, my kids do, than they do with me. So having somebody on the outside, like a youth director or a step parent or an aunt, is huge for a teenager because they feel like they can confide in you.
Right.
And I actually pulled this verse up earlier today as I was kind of prepping a little bit. And it's Psalm 119, verse 9. It's, how can a young man keep his way pure? And I see that as young people. And it says, by guarding it according to your word, meaning God's word. And if we can help instill that in our youth today, the adults of tomorrow will be better.
Yeah. And that's something that this is the path that I kind of want to start this group on is new beginnings. This group hasn't been around for a very long time. Like they haven't met in a while. And I really I want to start from the beginning. What can we do? What can we see in our lives that we need to change? What can we see in our lives that we want to do something with? And that's really what our first session is going to go around, is just new beginnings, because this is my beginning with them, they're beginning with me, and how can we live this life together?
Sure. Okay, so tell me a little bit. So a little bit about the program on Sunday. What does that look like? And give us the details of times and all that good stuff.
Sure. So on Sunday, it's really kind of a welcome back. Welcome to the new people. Welcome to the people that have been here. I've got snacks. I think we're going to do pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza is the key to everybody.
Absolutely.
And, I just want them to feel comfortable in their space. And so I really just want to talk to them. I want to get to know them. I want to, welcome them with open arms and just get to know them that night. I want to see what they want out of this program. I know what I would like to do, but it's not my program, it's theirs. And so I just want to see what we can do, and I will go the path as they lead me down.
Sure. All right. So that is this Sunday night.
Yep, from 6 to 7.
From 6 to 7. That's all youth?
Yes, it's going to be grades 6 through 12.
Okay. So combined youth program this Sunday, 6 p.m. Correct? And where do they meet? They meet here at Pekin First.
Yes, in the Unite Youth Room.
Okay. So even if you're not a member of this church and you or your child, if you're listening to this and you have a child that is 6th through 12th grade, you are always welcome, even if they attend once and that maybe it's not their thing, and that's okay. But come check it out. Maybe that's where they'll meet that friend. I'll never forget my stepdaughter Grace. So my wife and my stepdaughter Grace moved from Hannah City here to Pekin, and so we moved Grace in a opportune time, which was the end of her 6th grade year. And we moved her we moved her in the summer, and my wife took her middle daughter on a trip for graduation of high school, or it was graduation of high school. So they went on a trip. So it was just me and Grace, right? We know each other and we love each other, but we had never lived together, right? So, and it's just me, now it's just me and her in the house. So we hung out, we did cool things, but that first Monday morning that I had to take her to camp, so she went to camp here in Pekin. There was a camp out at Sodwettle, and I took her, and I remember that feeling of leaving her there and letting her go make new friends. And that's where she met the friend of a lifetime, right? So you just never know where that's going to happen. So this could be that place. And that friend that was at camp has been such a great influence on her. And they are not inseparable, but they're pretty close. And maybe this is where they'll meet that friend.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I hope for. I want them to all be close. I'm going to like redecorate my office because I want them to come up there and hang out. Like, I want them to be my friends too.
Absolutely. And just, that 6th through 12th grade, 6th grade starts that awkward time in everybody's life that you just, you got to find those people to hang around and let them love on you and get you through the awkward times of the silly mistakes that we make as teenagers, or some of the dumb things that we do as teenagers. So Sunday night, 6 p.m., be here at the church. Just member, non-member, doesn't matter. Just show up, have some pizza and some snacks.
Heck yeah.
And let's hang out and do the youth group thing. So I do want to go back into Marigold for just a second. I am huge into Marigold, and everybody knows that. And I just want to say that I got a lot of compliments on the weekend and the traffic flow, but there is also some not so good moments. And that is, people get frustrated. People lose their cool. And there was a couple situations this weekend where people lost their cool. And especially with what's going on in the world today, as of recent violence, as of past violence, man, we just need to calm down a second, because this weekend I had people screaming at me. I had people screaming at my crew because of parking situations, or there was other situations. We just need to take a step back and have a prayer. Praying is key to life and to peace. And we talked about it in our staff meeting the other day, where you need to pray to move forward and to let go of things in the past. And I seen several posts on social media, and as Sean will tell you, think before you post. And there's an acronym for think, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's really good with acronyms. And so just before you post, think, right? Does it help the current situation? And most of the time, it's no. It is not. It does not. So let's just all say a prayer for the violence in the world, and let's say a prayer that we can be at peace and live together, and let's just love each other. Let's just be together. Let's just learn to compromise. Let's just learn to be together, for sure. And honestly, that's what I feel that youth group does for youth. When we have little babies and kids, they don't know the difference of the two-party, we'll call it, belief system. They don't know black, white, yellow. They don't know different religions. They just know how to love. And we need to take a cue from that. And in youth group, I think that's what we try to keep going, is that love for everyone. And that's something we do here at Pekin First a lot. And we had a whole campaign surrounded by it, love for everyone. So I just feel that youth group is an extension of the younger innocence, if you will.
Yes.
The younger innocence. And yeah, I hope that youth or parents of youth are listening to this and church is a good place to be. You're surrounded by good people and put on a right path.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there is just so much going on in and around Pekin First. Sandy, again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward to a great youth program kickoff this Sunday. So if you're interested in this, it will be on the website. So go to pekinfirst.org and look at all the things we have going on, because we have so much going on in and around Pekin First. Even after the Marigold Festival, we have photos happening. We have for our new directory. We're getting ready. Can you believe this? We have been doing ministry here in Pekin for 200 years come the 2026.
Wow.
Yeah, 2026 will be our 200th anniversary. There's all kinds of things going on for that. So keep in tune with that at pekinfirst.org. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/pekinfirst. And of course, you can catch us in worship Saturday evening at 5 p.m. And this week, I believe we have the bells.
I will be playing for the very first time in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm just starting tonight.
I tell you what, bell practice tonight if you're interested. If you want a show, let's come watch Sandy ring a bell for the first time. But Scott and Julie are excellent teachers. So don't be afraid. Sandy's going to take that step. She's never rang a bell. And so don't be afraid to take that step and come ring a bell with the choir.
Yeah.
Or even sing with the choir. You said you sang with the choir last week.
I sang with the choir last week.
Absolutely. And so we got all that going on. So that's Saturday night. Sunday morning at 8 a.m. is our early traditional service, if you will. Sean's going to laugh at that just because I forgot to mention something because I can't think of the word. But anyway, so 8 a.m. is our early traditional service. And then Sunday at 10 a.m. is our contemporary service. The band is back, and we had a week off because of Marigold. So the band is back, and we are ready for a great worship here at Pekin First. So plenty of opportunity this weekend to worship. So remember, God put us here to do great things. So let's go do great things.